This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Get It Sports Talk, the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, pardon me. I'm one of the hosts, Doc Bryce. I got Coach Marcus Bullock here, and we got our new guest host, correspondent, everything. You know what I'm saying? We had our other one on, Coach Fred Batty, and now we got our other one, Sechuayo Bird. So let's give it up and give him his flowers. Welcome to the show, Sechuayo Bird.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, so listen, just wanted to, welcome everybody to the show. Again, it's the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, where we're broadcasting live. Most weekends, I'll say. I hate to just be boxed in to say, it's going to be, because sometimes we'll switch it up and make it Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So, but we're here on the show. We're going to be most weekends broadcasting live on Facebook, X, and the Four Walls YouTube, the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. Okay, that's where you can find us at. And on X, because you know that Twitter is the X of X.
You lost me with that.
Wait, come on.
No, I get it.
Okay,
I get it.
Okay. Anyway, listen, let's start it off here. Yo, Coach Bullock, how you doing, man? How's your week been so far?
I'm doing well, man. It was a good week. I mean, weather was crazy.
Oh,
it was
man.
crazy. But no, other than that, good week. We are all educators, so that summer's starting to wind down.
That's right, sure.
And I'm in the mode of, man, I said I was going to do all this stuff this summer, so now I'm trying, check off at least a few of the things, because life doesn't stop in the summer. You still, So you make these lists, but you still got to do other things that you don't account for. So, but I'm starting to check some of those things off. But everything's going well.
That's good. Let me ask you a question though, real quick, before I get to you, Bird. Yo, even though life doesn't stop in the summer, how come we think that it does when it's not the summer? Because I don't know about you. I always be like, especially around like February. No, March. Because March is long. I always say March is long like Connecticut and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like around that time, I'm saying, I can't wait for the summertime. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then summer comes. And then as soon as I get out, I'm like, I'm going to get out. And then you know what? I need like a 2-week. I don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I don't know, why is that?
Well, because you think, all right, now I don't have school every day, so I'm gonna have all this free time.
Okay.
And which you do, but now it's like you said, you need those couple weeks. So now it's July, right? But then now it's July 4th,
right?
So you gotta wait till after that,
right?
So then you give yourself really like 3 weeks, and then now it's August, and you're
August,
like, oh man, I gotta get back to school. Like, so you really got like 3 weeks. That's all.
That's
you really
is.
You know what I'm saying? Mentally, that's all you really get.
Absolutely.
Because now you're already starting to think like, so I do a lot of my basketball training where I teach. Okay. So I'm going in there and like the teachers are starting to come back and work. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I don't want to see y'all at all. Right. They're like, how was your summer? I'm like, what do you mean was? Like, I'm still in it. So,
they ready to come back. You know what I mean? So, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Coach Bird, man, how's your week, man?
It was good. You know what I'm saying? Before we started broadcasting here, me and Coach were just talking about football mood.
Okay, that's right.
Folks out there, I'm a football coach as well. You know what I'm saying? So we officially start camp Monday, the 12th. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll see who's really about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks good in t-shirts and shorts and everything. Yeah. We about to put that equipment on.
Oh, okay.
Now we're gonna get cracking. But the week was good. It was funny. I was talking about the summer life and during the summer. Okay. I did summer school this year. I haven't worked a real summer job since maybe my 3rd year teaching, and I'm going in my 31st year teaching.
Wow.
So they talked me into doing summer school this year. So it's like my school year didn't even stop.
Okay, you just been going.
Yeah, I just been going. You know what I'm saying? I just been going.
That's been going.
You know what I'm saying?
Are there any rules? Like, what are the rules for camp in August?
Oh, man. It's nothing like when we played. I'll tell you that. You only can have about, I think we only got like 2 double session practice days throughout camp.
Okay.
It's certain, I don't know who monitors this, but it's the rules. You're only allowed to go in full pads a certain amount of time during camp. You only can hit for a certain amount of time during camp. So it's really watered down.
Are there rules about like if it's this temperature? You can't
yeah. We'll have our trainers. Shout out to our trainers. They'll be running around with the wet ball bulb.
Right.
Checking the wet bulb, whatever.
Oh,
and if
wow.
it gets to a certain, we got to go inside the fill house. At least we got the fill house, but
Right, that's-
wow.
We got to go inside if it hits a certain amount of temperature,
and
according to this wet bulb.
Right. And I'm gonna pause that because I feel like you're saying, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're saying wet ball. I mean, I think that's what you are, right? Or you saying ball.
Ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay. All right. But listen, real quick. I mean, my week's been good. It's all good. A busy week though. It's been actually a busy couple of weeks, to be honest with you. Sometimes, you know what, when you trying to do right, I often feel like the more you try to do right, the more wrong stuff comes at you. I don't know, is that just me or
No, I feel that.
Okay, like I'm trying to be right, I'm trying to be righteous, and all these things come at me. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been that this week and for the last couple of weeks. I'll be honest with you, it's been that way. But I do want to highlight something real quick because I did it last week, but you weren't here. So I want to do it this way. I was really excited and I was thankful. You know, I'm a spiritual person. I love the Lord. And I was just really thankful that I was able to do something for you, which was to allow you to be able to experience, a championship team pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to say, like, I was excited. I was nervous a little bit at first because y'all had your ace on the mound. But once the Bronx Bombers got started, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, man. So just wanted to say, I appreciate you allowing me to be able to do that for you. I gave Coach his flowers last week, so I won't even go there with him. You know,
it's messed up. I can't even say nothing. We got swept out the building. So
but this week has been pretty good though.
Good.
Let me ask you guys this. So as we get into this, Olympics, right?
Okay.
We're in the. I guess it's coming to an end now. These Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
Have you guys been like locked into it at all? Like, I remember like the last. I mean, I guess it's been a while now, but like the Usain Bolt era, the Michael Johnsons. Like I was locked into even the gymnastics and the swimming. Some of it, I was like tuned in, like ready to watch.
Right,
I feel like this. I don't know if I've really watched, other than basketball, I don't know if I've watched an event live at all.
Okay, so I'll be honest. All those years that you talked about, I wasn't locked in.
Okay.
I don't even remember.
Okay.
But this year, I've been locked in. And that's weird. So it's opposite for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to say locked in like, oh, okay, it's just coming on at me.
Right.
But this is like the doldrums for sports. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So there's no WNBA on, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just try this.
Right.
And it's, you know what? And maybe I'm older, so I can appreciate the volleyball or the what was I watching? The handball, which was real, which was weird for me.
It was wild.
It is, but it's weird though, bro. Like handball in New York is against a wall, son.
Right.
So I didn't understand this. You know what I mean? But watching it, I was watching Noah Lyles. I was watching Sha'Carri. You know what I'm saying? I was watching all these different events. And I'm like, I found myself interested.
Right.
Even on the little balance beam. Like, I'm like, you better get your balance. Wait a minute. You look a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It had the opposite effect for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've been checking them out, especially like I'm a fan of track. So I've been locked in with the track, definitely basketball, of course. One thing that I found interesting, I didn't know, I'm like, are they breakdancing?
They are
breakdancing is an Olympic sport.
Is it really?
Yes. all Asians.
Oh, wow.
Not a brother in sight.
Oh, wow. So no. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. Breakdancing.
Well, I will tell you that over, in that, I don't even know what you call that continent. I guess Asia, right? I guess Asia, but Japan's not Asia, right?
Yes, that's what they say. So.
Is Japan Asia or?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, long story short, I mean, in the music realm, making beats or whatever, we sample, right? So I sample a lot. But the Japanese funk and R&B and jazz, off the chain.
Yeah.
Off the chain. A lot of today's beats that you hear, they come from overseas samples, yo. So that's interesting to know, you know what I'm saying? But no, I didn't even know they had it like a break.
Yeah.
Like that. Wow.
Me either. Until I saw it.
So what are our thoughts about this basketball team, men's team? Came back, beat Serbia, very good game.
You watched it?
I went back. I didn't watch it live. I went back and
live.
watched it. It's a good game, and I think as a coach, as a trainer, I told all my kids, you gotta go watch the fourth quarter and see how these guys came together to play, and they played the right way. Everybody made the extra pass. Yep. Everybody was locked in on defense. Yep. All that stuff. But how did we get there? What thoughts?
I go with Bird first because I don't even.
It was definitely. I thought they was going to lose. To tell you the truth, I was.
It was that bad.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
They was down like what 17 going into the fourth, 13, something like that.
I think it was 13 going into.
Yeah, going into
they
the
were
fourth.
down 16 or 17.
Yeah, wow, the whole game or just
down 11 at halftime.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, got a little. You know what I'm saying?
Got a little scary.
Got to take an L here.
Wow.
But like you said, like Coach said, they just came together and they played well. They just dug in and locked in and got it going. The serves, they were just hitting everything, especially in that first half. You know what I mean? And I think they got a little cocky too. Like, come on, you can't continue to shoot that well. You know,
right.
The laws of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like them shots, right. I got you. So they celebrating, they mocking Melo. He was courtside. The one guy doing the Melo three. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what?
Yeah. Then they lost.
Wow.
I think it was good. I mean, I don't know. I like the squad. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like the squad. I mean, and it's not no original dream team, but, Barkley's like, they should be blowing everybody out. I mean, the world is catching up a little bit.
Yeah, everything's evolved. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same when because they were the first original.
Right.
So to play against them, they was going to demolish everything. This scores was like, 140 to like 60.
It
wasn't even fun to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, wow. Okay. Let me ask you a question, though, real quick, because I didn't watch the game.
Okay.
Who got busy? Because I heard that Embiid was critical down the stretch. Is that true or not true?
Yeah, he made some big time shots. Played D, got some blocks in there. But whatchamacallit, I think Curry had what, 30?
Curry was the
36.
one.
Curry, yeah.
So he
kept him around.
He carried. He kept them afloat, kept them in the game. And then, like in that fourth quarter, though, they were going to Embiid, like all right, here you go, big fella, you got it. Like,
and it's Embiid versus Jokic.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah,
for
the most part.
So, he was hitting his little hesitation pull-ups at the foul line, all his regular stuff we see him do.
Right.
And I don't think he's getting enough locally credit for it.
I agree.
Right.
Like nobody's like. That's our guy. Like,
And he's celebrating him,
he
right?
carried us all. Like big shots, big plays, was in the game at the end. Like, and it wasn't like, they're running this motion offense. It was like, nah, here Joe, go. Like, like the Sixers do here. And he delivered. So I mean, it was big.
I agree with that too. That point, because I listen to the Fanatic all the time, sports talk radio station, and really not. No Embiid talk, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might mention it here or there, but it's not like Coach said, like, he's putting in work out there.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
So I think part of it is, and for me, right, I really, and I think you said it too, Bullet, I didn't really want him to play.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence. I didn't.
Only because of the fact that, if you get injured, then we're done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're finished. It's a wrap. So I'm like, I didn't really want you to play like that. But then I also understood the point where I think you were saying, like, get around these other, elite stars to learn how to condition and the habits and stuff. So I get that, but I didn't really want him to play. But I am excited that he got busy. You know what I'm saying? Now, how did Tatum do?
Tatum logged a DMP, coach's decision.
Wow.
So here's what I'll say.
Let's go.
Here's what I'll say. There's nothing I can say that makes this that I agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. I will say Steve Kerr, and I don't think the whole thing can go on Steve Kerr because I think that and I think Coach Fred, who was here last week, said it's a collection of guys who are elite coaches on this roster. So I'm sure it's a group decision. But he didn't he set out the game against Serbia last time. And they won by 25, whatever it was.
Right.
So I think they're like, all right, listen, this is what we did. We're going to do it again.
Right.
I don't think it's right. I don't think there's in any world that Derek White's a better option than Jason Tatum. So I don't see a world where that's true. So I don't know. I think he's handled it well, like from a professionalism standpoint. But I don't know, if him and Steve Kerr are going to be getting dinner anytime.
Well, his mom's had something to say from I was talking to my brother earlier. He said his mom said something or whatever like that. So, you think that she makes a statement independent of Tatum, or Tatum subscribed and co-signed that statement?
Right.
That statement, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sure obviously he's talking to his mom about how he's frustrated, unhappy with it. I'm sure he didn't say, "Hey, go say this," because I think she responded to somebody else saying, he must be hurt, something must be wrong, something must have happened, and her response was, "He's not hurt, nothing has happened. If you find out what it is, please let me know."
You know what? I just want to say I don't like it, and maybe I don't like him. That could be it.
That's what a lot of people.
That could be it. It could be I don't, and I'm realizing that sometimes my takes is like, I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it could be driven by that, but I just don't like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's like, okay. And again, I don't know who the quintessential star of the team is. Who would you say the quintessential? It's not Anthony Edwards, okay, but who is the?
And he struggled.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who is the star of the team?
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron, right?
LeBron.
So everybody else is kind of like following his lead,
Well,
right?
I think it's LeBron is one,
And Curry.
and then you have Curry and KD, which are right
there. Okay, so they're the stars. So you really just kind of coming up like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So like, if you look at the Jackson Five, like so Michael was right, but then you had Randy could do his thing. Jermaine was I even think Marlon's Michael now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's almost like, the Jacksons on stage, they perform, and Jackie and Tito up there complaining about they ain't getting no shine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the team is winning though. The team got the game. The team got the victory. The guys is all buying in and giving off a piece of themselves, pause, you know what I'm saying? So for the greater good. Why are you complaining? What would you say? And what would you say? And I'm just being honest with you. What would you say if this was a member of your team? Like, we got the victory. Why are we focused on it? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of how I'm taking it. But I will agree, I don't like Tatum either. So I don't know.
Go ahead, kid.
Yeah, that's. Well, if it's my player, I'm just saying, look, you can turn your stuff in if you want. You turn your stuff in. You didn't play, get better. I don't know. I think Tatum is a better option than Derek White, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. Like you said, they ain't getting dinner no time soon.
Right. Not defensively though.
Tatum guard, Tatum.
I'm not saying he can't guard,
right?
But he does guard.
But he's not known for his. Derek White's known for his defense.
But I still think.
I think Tatum can.
But it's that's like Pat Beverly's known for his defense, but that doesn't mean these other guys are bad defenders. It means that's just what he's better than in his game. That's what he's better at.
Yo, son, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like, we have an opportunity. I always feel like we have an opportunity to really have great success, right? If you shine and we teammates, son, I'm not complaining.
But he hasn't complained.
His mom's complained. He did complain. He did. Yes, he did. Yes, he come on. He was passively aggressively complaining.
No.
Passively aggressively complaining.
Think about all the things he could be doing to complain.
Well, he's not going to do that. Okay, now
so that's great. So that's a win. Because Anthony Edwards would do it.
Right.
Devin Booker would do it.
Right. Well, okay, Devin. Yeah.
He
would. Okay, but that's lack of media training. Lack of Jason Tatum's a little more. They're not on the same level, right?
Exactly. So which is why he should be playing.
I'm not saying
he should be playing more than Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I mean, again, but everybody there is nice. Okay?
Agreed.
Everybody's there is the top talent supposedly, right?
Agreed.
Now, let's take it a step further. yo, you my man, son. Like, they teammates. So when you complain, it's like you saying, yo, I should definitely be playing over Derek White. Like, yo, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you saying.
But
he's not complaining.
I
think that's where
passively aggressively said it.
Just talking to Mom Dukes.
No, his mom said it. And we've had so many instances where family members have come out and said things and like, but I think the way he's handling it, he is, if we go tiers, right?
Okay.
If we go tiers, he's on the third tier. We listed the first two, LeBron, KD, and Steph.
Right.
He's on that third tier with Embiid. And
who's on second tier though?
KD and
okay, I got you. Okay.
Tatum, Embiid.
Booker.
Nah, I don't know if I'll put him there.
On second tier?
Third tier.
What?
Booker with Embiid and Tatum?
No.
I don't think so.
I think Booker's on the next tier.
Right.
Third
with
tier.
AD.
Fourth tier.
And that's the fourth tier. Like, so my point is, you have a guy, you can even put Booker in the third tier if you want for your argument.
Okay.
But now you have a guy who's on the third tier
Getting time.
who's getting less time than guys on the fifth, sixth, seventh tier. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Now, they're winning. And I think that's why Jason Tatum hasn't said anything, because they're winning. And if they were to lose, if they lose, don't let them lose and
Right. So they lost yesterday. I'll admit that. Yes. I'll agree to that. But at the same time, like, okay, everybody, like, the one thing that he should be okay with is that he's not the only one. So when you're making the argument or you're complaining passively aggressively, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're being singled out. So that's why I'm like, yo, why are we making this about him when other players, Halliburton is not playing? And I'm not saying Halliburton is on that tier, but he gets busy and he's a basketball star.
For sure. But Halliburton,
he's just lucky to be there.
He's just lucky.
He's just lucky to be there.
He's happy to be there.
Right. But this is Tatum's what? Second?
Second or third? Second, probably.
Probably the second.
The
second, right? Yeah. So your time's coming, yo.
No, I 100% agree with you.
I 100% coming like it's a pecking order a little bit.
But now with this disrespect, is he like, Steve Kerr? I'm not coming back.
Yeah, he might be done with it.
So now he's done with it, right? So then what does that tell you? That what I'm saying is correct. He's making it about him. He's making it about him.
But he hasn't done anything to make it about him. How can you say that?
If he says, I'm not coming back after you get the gold.
No, but I'm saying he hasn't done anything right now. You're saying he's making it about him right now. Yeah. He's not. He hasn't said a word.
Oh, that is not. Yo, he said, was it last week? He said, NBA champion, all NBA, this. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's passive aggressive.
For sure.
Like, did you like when he was at the conference, when he was in the press conference, he said, I don't know, man. I just got to win 2 or 3 more, and then stole off.
That's the part of Tatum we don't like.
Right.
That's him.
And that's why we don't like him. I agree.
Okay,
I don't like him either.
Okay.
I 100% agree. He's cool. It's like corny. Like, I 100% agree.
Right.
But what I'm saying is there's 99% of the players in the NBA would have handled it way worse than what Jason Tatum did.
And that's why, listen, shout out to Coach Bullock here. That's why I rock with him. Because, listen, he don't like him, but he's still going to defend him because what's right is right. And I get that, and I feel that. I feel that. I just think he's passive aggressive. He's complaining, and let him not play today.
If he doesn't play today, it's personal.
Yeah,
I will agree.
Yeah, gotta be.
Now that I will agree, because I think everybody should play. Matter of fact, I was watching it since last week. We talked about it with Coach Fred. I've been watching it, and I'm like, who didn't play? But they've been trying to play everybody. Except for Halliburton. Right. But that's a pecking order. He's got to wait his turn. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, everybody's playing. But in this game, he didn't play. Right. Now, they saw something with him. So what was it? It has to be his defense. It's got to be his defense.
I guess. But I think he's a better defender than Anthony Edwards. He's a better defender than Devin Booker.
I agree with both of those.
Now, Booker played well. Booker, he was in the fourth quarter when it was winning time, and he played well. He did his thing. But Anthony Edwards got played out of the game. Like he couldn't defend at all. He couldn't guard.
Wow. Okay. And did we shoot a lot of 3-pointers? I mean, with Steph, yeah, but
Steph shot a bunch. Not. It wasn't like man,
crazy.
they got
Nothing crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. See, Tatum needs. I feel like Tatum needs the ball in his hand. Pause. But he needs the ball in his hand. So if he doesn't have the ball in his hand, like he's like a non-factor to a certain extent. He's not a catch and shoot guy.
Right.
Because Jay's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why they was like, listen, we give up a little something for the defense.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm saying?
I don't like Derek White either.
I like Boston.
I don't like Boston, period.
I just think it's hard to find a game where Jason Tatum is not a fit. It's like KD. I think they fit everywhere. I just don't.
All right. Okay. I mean, all right. You know what it is more. I just don't like them.
And I think the best thing Steve Kerr did for him was to not play him again. And why I say that is because he stuck to his plan.
Right. It's consistent.
Right.
Serbia, you don't play.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
You don't play.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope they go into it.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Now, what do we think about today's game?
You got France, right?
Yeah. Who's it besides Wemby?
Gobert.
Oh, Gobert.
Yeah. I saw.
Batum.
Yeah. I saw a little bit there. I forgot who they were playing in the semifinal round. It was good. Was it Germany?
Canada.
It was Canada in the semis?
With Shea?
Yeah.
Okay. I caught the tail end of one of the France's games.
So France is a problem.
I think it was Germany.
You're right, Germany. Yeah, you're right.
Germany.
So France is a problem.
You're right, Germany.
Yeah. That was a good game too. I think they won by like 2 or 3, something like that.
Really,
it came down to the end. Yeah.
So Wemby, Batum, okay. So they got
some couple guys.
They got a couple of guys.
I mean, we should win the gold. I mean, I'm putting my money on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it's another good game. I don't want to see a blowout. I want to see a good game. I want to see come on top, but I want to see a good game. Another good one.
Yeah,
So
you got.
I want to blow out.
You want to blow out?
I just think we need a blowout. I think we need a blowout just so it's like the LeBron, the LeBron.
Right.
We're still here. Like,
Speaking of like flexing like that, right? And just kind of like transitioning for a minute. Did y'all see? Was it Sha'Carri? Was Sha'Carri Richardson?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see her track? Her track win. I think she won the gold. Yeah,
you talking about the relay? Yeah, she was the anchor leg.
Right.
When she looked over
like. That was pretty gangster.
That was
pretty gangster.
Because it wasn't even like right at the finish line.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
It was almost like LeBron-ish.
Right. Yeah.
Like when he did the Curry when he smacked his ball.
True.
So, so that was the track and field. But so now listen real quick. Keeping on with the Olympics, there's been some other excitement with Simone Biles. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I didn't know which one. Who was smoking bud? Was that Simone Biles? Or was that Sha'Carri?
That was Sha'Carri.
Oh, Sha'Carri smoking bud. Yeah, okay, well. So Simone, I guess she had a teammate last year or last Olympics.
Or something.
I forget her name. I forget what her name is or whatever.
Because she's going back and forth with somebody, right?
Yeah. Right. So what happened was, and I just want to get your thoughts on this, because sometimes I feel like we have to be careful what we ask for, and sometimes you have to be mindful of what you put out there, because when you put it out there, you don't know what's going to come back to you. So apparently this lady, I forget her name or whatever, but she was a winner in the last Olympics. And she was talking about how this Olympic team doesn't work that hard. They're kind of lazy. They're kind of this. They're kind of that.
Michaela Skinner is her name.
Skinner, okay. So they're saying, lazy, don't work hard, blah, 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 right? And then she was saying everybody except Simone. So now Simone is the leader,
right?
Okay. So I guess after they finished winning or whatever, she made like a little hashtag lazy hard. I don't know what she said, but it's like it was a shot towards the Skinner girl.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you know what? Skinner received a lot of backlash from Simone Biles fans. So much so. We're talking about like over the 10 to 15,000 people hitting her up on her head.
Right.
like calling for her head. Death threats, all kind of stuff. So then she puts a plea out to Simone to tell him to stop. And I just want to know, do you think Simone has control over that?
I mean, I guess maybe if she said like fans stop, they probably will listen to her. But I don't feel as though she had to say that. I mean, Skinner, she want to say
something?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Said what you said. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying you calling us the team lazy and we don't work as hard, but we winning all these gold medals. So what? I mean,
but you could take it a step further.
Hey, what are we doing here?
You could take it a step further because I don't know if I saw. It wasn't like a culturally diverse team,
right?
This year, I think it was all minority team. Was it all minority? I believe it was.
I don't know if it was all, but it was
right. So when you're saying these buzzwords,
right, what are we really saying? What are we really saying?
That negatively depict certain cultures,
right?
What are you really saying?
Right.
So that's what you know what I'm saying.
True.
So I don't know, but of course nobody is wanting the death threats and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
that. I think that's
far.
a little over
the top.
But again, we're back to talking about that fan behavior.
True.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So does Simone, from you, Coach Bully, does Simone have control over that?
I don't know. I think control is a strong word. I think she could definitely soften the blow or slow it down. But like Coach Bird said, I don't think that's her. She's not an obligation for her to do that. So she took the picture of them with the gold, with the Olympic flag, and her caption on Instagram was "Lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions." Right? So,
shots fired.
That is a shot, though.
No, for sure.
Right, that's a shot.
But that's one of those things. Like when you're gonna. It goes back to social media and all this world of media period now. People are just getting reckless with what they say,
right?
Like so, you have to, and I say this all the time. You have to have repercussions for what you say, right? So it's like, and this is a different example. Like I'll be in the gym training with a kid, and he'll be like, "Oh man, that kid stinks," and I'm like. Oh, all right, let's go check it out.
Right.
Or like I'll have a kid who it'll be like a young kid, and he'll be like, yeah, I'll demonstrate something. I'll miss the shot. He'll be like, oh, you can't shoot. I'm like, check it out. Like, there has to be repercussions for what you say. Like you can't just run around saying whatever you want without having to deal with that. Like so that way, I think people have to get more like. Thoughtful about or do you really mean this? Right. And if you mean it, that's fine.
You got to stand on it. You got to stand on it.
Right? I saw them training. I saw them work. I know what they're doing. It's not like it used to be. Right? They're not working as hard. They're lazy. Like now, when they go win a gold, listen, that's how talented they are. They were lazy. They lacked work ethic, but they still won.
See, that's what, and I see it the same way. So, and shout out to Sarah Vega and Pastor Mark. We were kind of talking about it at rehearsal on Thursday, right? And I think Sarah was like, yo, she was throwing a shot. And I was like, I don't know if you can call it a shot or because you can say, was it a shot or was she using it as motivation? You know what I'm saying? To a shot that was thrown at her.
Right.
All she did, because she didn't really respond to it, all she did was say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing, right? Because the shot would have been...
You're talking about Simone Biles.
Okay, yeah. The shot... Like, so they were saying that Simone Biles knew what she was doing, and that was a shot that she threw with the hashtags. Right?
I definitely think that was a shot.
See, I don't see it as a shot.
It was over. There was nothing... What are we motivating for? We already won.
Right.
And then I just thought it was just as, hey, listen, you know what? You threw a shot, and I just went out there and showed and proved.
Okay, and
that's what I'm saying. I just went out there.
Yeah, I think it was
because her time for a shot would have been immediately after that she say something. You know what I'm saying? She said, "No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna let my performance on the field respond."
I agree with that. It was more of a listen, just so you know, I heard what you said.
I heard what you said.
I heard what you said.
I use it as motivation.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all. That's what I was trying to say. You know what I mean?
I heard what you said.
I heard what you said. Okay, yeah, that's what motivated me. So, we were lazy? Oh, okay, here's what this is. I'm saying. So, I don't know. But I just think that, like you said, Coach, people have to be mindful of what they say. You got to. And I think the older you get, the better you are with that.
True, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But then it's funny though, because life is like that. So when you're young, you're reckless with the mouth, right? Reckless. Then you mature and then you you strategic with the things you say.
Or you should be.
You should be. And you watch. You kind of control your mouth.
Right.
But then there's an age, right?
You don't care.
But then there's an age, like, I don't care.
But you know what? It's different. I think the young reckless and the older reckless are two different things.
It's a little
The
different.
young reckless is just throwing out the mouth because you don't know what's happening. The old reckless is I don't care what you think about.
Right.
Like the young reckless, I just don't even understand the consequences.
Right.
The old reckless is like I don't care what you
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm saying. All right, that's what it is.
That's true.
That's what it is. That's what
I like it.
What do we think about Noah Lyles?
Oh, man.
Yo, I could tell you like this. That was one of the events where I was like, yo, there's nothing on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just watch this, right? And I watched it. And I'll be honest with you. I was like, yo, what's the dude from Jamaica? I said, yo, I think the dude from Jamaica is busting his behind. And then all of a sudden, he came out of nowhere. And I promise you, I think this is what got him over.
Yeah, he said the torso.
It was that right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, so when they announced Jamaica as the winner, I was like, yeah, he got that because he was doing this thing.
Right.
When they came and said that the other dude won, I said, oh wow. So I thought that was incredible. The bronze one, I don't know. The COVID thing is crazy though.
Yeah. That was.
See, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing that puts a little stain on it.
Right.
That you are running with COVID.
Right.
Running with COVID.
Right. Running with COVID. It's a title.
And I guess this goes back to one of my, and we've talked about this kind of stuff before, like, and the 200 is supposed to be his thing.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
That's supposed to be his main event.
Sure.
And
that's what he got the bronze in, right?
That's what he got the bronze.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got the bronze, which is, obviously you want the gold, but bronze is great.
Right.
And now afterwards we got the bronze. Now we need a wheelchair.
Yeah, that's right. You get wheeled off.
Come on, man. Like, you just ran. You just came third. You just came third in the world. And now you need a wheelchair? Come on, man. Come on, like
a little theatrical.
Like that's just, and that's the kind of stuff like with it, to me, it taints everything you do from now on. It's like Paul Pierce.
Okay. Oh, you mean when he got on
when
that
he was on the wheelchair and then he's back in the game? Like, wait,
right. But it looks incredible.
It looks great.
It looks great. I can see his marketing team be like, yo, listen. So listen, when you win, just collapse. You know what I'm saying? So imagine people like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, it would have been iconic, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's my only thing with him. Like, and people are now getting on him about his comments he made about the NBA championship.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you say?
So he said, and this was I think last year or whenever it was. He said somebody said somebody won the NBA championship. It might have been Draymond even, and they said world champs, and he said don't you mean USA champs? Because the NBA is just a U.S. league. So, he said winning a gold medal is harder than winning, the NBA championship, whatever. So,
okay. Now I'm like, yo, I don't like you now. So, you know what I'm saying? Because we're back to that immaturity, right?
Right.
You're just saying whatever you want to say. Like, okay, you know what I mean? The bronze is the silver's better than the bronze.
Correct.
Yeah.
But which one would you rather have? The silver? Which one looks better?
Out of those two, I'm going to silver.
Because the bronze is like gold-like. It's gold-like.
But it's
like a rusty.
But it's still, right.
It's like a penny.
Yeah, right.
It's
copper.
It's just gold-like. I don't know. I don't know. Would you rather have fake gold or silver?
That's a good. I'm going to go with silver.
Does anybody know?
Right, so you like the fake gold. You know what I'm saying? I want the gold too. I want the fake gold.
Nobody knows.
Silver's whack, like, to me, I don't know. Some people like silver, right? They got silver chains. I'm not really a silver guy. Like, I'll do fake gold over silver. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about. with Noah Lyles. I mean, I think he's a young person coming up and he'll be okay. But you're right about that. It did get kind of theatrical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like passed out.
Yeah.
Type thing. Or whatever. So now he's going home, I think, right? They sent him home.
I believe so. They should. I mean, you can't be in the Olympic Village with COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing there?
I was shocked that even, because, listen, the world has been evolving so much since then.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that COVID was still a thing like that.
Nah, still around.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. So, anyway, what's next on the menu? I think we got, is it Jalen Brunson?
They got named captain or something, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? now, you do know, like, captain of the Knicks and captain of the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
those are big things. Like, so captaincy amongst other teams may not be as elusive or whatever, but with those particular teams, they're very elusive. Are there other teams out there like that? And I hate to say it, but Fred's team might be one of them.
I don't know.
Right?
They got so much dysfunction, and they've always had so much dysfunction.
Right? So
it's not like
Cowboys,
they're just good. They're just good. It's not like they're like. And I don't even think. I'll be honest with you. I don't even want to say this because I love Jalen Brunson, but I don't think the Yankees and the Knicks are on the same level of captaincy.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Which one's about?
Yankees.
Yeah, that's good.
Really?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so the only reason why I say they're the same is because of Willis Reed. So that moment is like in everybody's allure. Captain Willis Reed coming out of the garden, hobbling, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps now. I'm getting goosebumps, coach.
Blah, blah, blah. Those are the best words you said. Blah, blah, blah. But so to be clear, so that I understand this correctly, there's not always a captain.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, I guess, I guess not. So, I mean, every year.
Yeah, before, the year Jalen Brunson, before he came, was there a captain?
No.
Okay.
Right.
So that makes it a little
good point, though, you made.
That makes it a little better.
Yeah.
So that we're just not naming captains.
Right. But you bring up a good point, though. But I'm going to finish. I'm going to let you finish.
So that makes it a little bit more prestigious.
Yeah. Okay.
And no, I think it's great. I think it's deserved. I think he's definitely a leader of that team that's supposed to be a top team this year and for the years to come. I think it's deserved. I'm happy for him. I think it's great for him. But as a not a fan of the Knicks, who cares?
Yeah, I think who's the owner of the Knicks?
James Dolan.
He probably said, "Listen, make that boy captain. He saved me $113 million."
Exactly. See, that's the reason why they did it. I think. I think it's more because of that than the play.
Can make think he won.
Even on the play, Mike, because he
been balling.
He did better this year than the first year with the Knicks, right? But he was still balling the first year with the Knicks.
Yeah, he was.
So, but they didn't do it after that first year. But this year, he did step it up to another level, especially in the playoffs and whatever. But really, I still think it was because he took less to make the team better.
I'm just shocked that he did that.
Me too.
Really?
I don't know if I'd have did it.
So you guys wouldn't have done it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, think about it. He's
never had a payday like
he's never had he's never got paid his what he should have gotten paid.
But you know what? And that might even be more of a testament to him being, and I can't believe I'm saying, because I'm a Knicks fan too, but they might be like number 3 because after their behavior with the Sixers, I didn't like that. But that's even more of a testament that's like, yo, listen, I'm not playing this game for money.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
True. No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's deserved. I think it's deserved. I think as if you want a teammate, that's the person you want. There's no question. I think it's much deserved.
But you bring up
really bad.
Yeah, me too. I actually think they reached their best last year. I think they're going to come down, in my opinion.
What was wrong with Randall? Why was he out last year? What did he hurt?
Shoulder.
It was a shoulder.
Yeah, dislocated it.
Gotcha.
Like the 6th game with Anunoby or whatever. Like I think they paid Anunoby too much money. They overpaid him. OG.
But you can if Jalen Brunson's going to take $113 million less. You can.
So what does that say?
That was the problem.
So that,
when we said he's overpaid,
right?
It was because we knew Brunson had to get paid.
Right.
That's why he was overpaid. Now you're not going to have when Brunson gets paid, you're not going to have any money to pay anybody else. Right. But when Brunson does that, you're like, oh. Everybody's fine now. We can keep everybody. We can probably go get somebody else.
But what does that say, though?
About
it says a lot about Brunson.
Absolutely.
Right? But if you're Brunson, are you feeling some type of way towards OG?
I don't think so because I think because of the whole ecosystem up there with Leon, who is his godfather,
right,
like or family, like their family,
they're gonna eat anyway.
Well, no, it's a part of the plan.
Okay, right, okay.
I think they've known what's going on from before.
Years. Okay, years before.
From the time that Dallas didn't offer him that extension,
they already knew.
They knew what the plan was.
Okay, that was the plan.
And if we can get XYZ done, then you do this. Right. Then we'll make sure you get this. Then that. Then and then blah, blah, and they're just checking off the boxes.
Right. Okay, I promise you. I promise you. There's four of us, right? If they offer us $200 million, and that means we all get $50 million. If one of y'all be like, yo, listen, I'm not doing it for like 100 or more, I'm gonna feel some type way. I'm gonna give it to you, okay? I'm like, all right, y'all, because we gotta sign off on it, because we gotta get some type of bread. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna look at y'all like, yo, dude, like, yo, we couldn't get, like, wait, you made me give up my bread so that you could stay?
You're talking about OG.
I'm talking about OG. Like, yo, I would feel some type of way. OG is making 200-something million. So each year he's making more than Brunson. And it's like, yo, he wouldn't, obviously that was negotiated, right?
But that was before Brunson did what he did.
Yeah.
But they already knew Brunson. Like you said, they already knew Brunson was going to do that.
But I don't think. But if you're OG, you can go get that wherever. So like, I'm just here. Here's what I want. Either you're gonna give it to me or not. I'm gonna go somewhere else and get it. Just make a decision.
All right. Okay.
Because he's not a Villanova guy.
Right, true.
And he's not a Knicks guy.
Sure it did. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
He was with them for 2 months.
Right. Okay.
So like he doesn't have that
business
loyalty
is business,
to them.
baby. Business is business.
Now, if that was the same thing, if you flip it and he's with Toronto, it might be a different story.
Might be a different thing. Okay. All right. That's a good point. That's a good point. The only reason why I say that, because I think the Knicks captaincy is illustrious, like the Yankees. But you're right. It may not be on the same level, just because you know what. The Knicks captain before that was Lance Thomas, and I promise you, we're not even talking about that on the segment.
And I think that it's not as because the Knicks have. When was the last time the Knicks were like good? Like, and I mean, like,
it's been a minute.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's true.
And, the Yankees. The Yankees had a
stretch.
They haven't been great like as of late, like we've talked about. But like they had a stretch where it was like,
Yeah, and I think so. I think it has to do with the player too. I think part of it is that allure with Brunson. True. So So any other teams do we see any other teams out there that has that illustrious like that? That's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm the captain because Derek Jeter. Aaron Judge, now Jalen Brunson, they could go into anywhere with anybody or any chicks and be like, yo, El Capitan.
El Capitan.
Captain.
True.
Captain.
True.
And get captain treatment.
Right.
Lance Thomas couldn't do that.
Right.
And that's my point. It's not because they're the captain.
It's not the title.
It's not the title.
Okay. So once again, here it is. Anointed will always beat appointed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So I got you.
I really don't think. I don't know any other. You know what they do? Where they do take the captaincy very serious. It's hockey.
Hockey, yeah.
So I can see that. With the C on it. I can see that. But I don't really.
But we don't celebrate that.
Nah, well, I'm not a hockey fan. Per se,
but even I don't even hear it. Like you don't. Captain of the Islanders or Oilers. You know what I'm saying?
You're a diehard hockey.
So when Claude Giroux was here as the captain, they would call him captain.
Right.
They called him captain.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, the only other team I can think of, and I don't think they do this, would be the Lakers.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That would be the only other team I can think of that would have that.
Because that was Kareem, right? Because that's what
I don't know.
they call him Cat. They call him Cat.
Yeah,
Call him Cat.
Yeah.
So like you don't really hear about many other than those organizations we name that name or
captains
that name captains like that. Like they probably have like you think about football and it's like, who goes to the
coin toss.
To the coin toss, and it's sometimes it's like 27 dudes.
Right.
Sometimes it's like the backup kicker, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like there's a method to it.
Gotcha. So now just to add on to this real quick, because you guys are head coaches. How do y'all do it? I think we talked about this before with captains. Do you just let it evolve, or do you make it your best player, or do you make it the kid that is like Rudy? You know what I'm saying? Like a Rudy type. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's your philosophy? And we talked about it before, but I'm just curious to know again. Because that philosophy will tend to evolve, right? So what's your philosophy on captaincy?
I think just
and do you name captains? Sorry, not to cut you, Bird. Do you name captains every year?
I don't every year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a kid just naturally, like he's the leader of this team right here, you know what I'm saying? We might appoint him captain, but I'm not a big, I gotta have a captain.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you're the captain. Like,
okay.
I just lead. You know what I'm saying? Just lead this
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But like if somebody deserves it or earns it, the staff will talk and like we're gonna make such and such captain.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because we give out a captain award every year at the sports banquet, but like even if I've had captains who might have been like, one of my top players.
Right.
And you know how the referees want to talk to the captain before, I'm like, the guy that's not playing, get out there and talk to that guy. 'Cause I need my man to warm up.
Right. I got you.
He might be the captain. But you're not playing today. Tatum, go talk to the refs.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay.
That's funny.
What about you, Bullock?
I used to do the same thing when the ref would call the captains to the middle, or I'd be like, Johnny, go.
You're
like, me? I'm like, yeah. Johnny felt good about
Johnny felt real good.
But it was just because I needed him to get his shot.
Right, exactly.
And I'm kind of the same way. I think in our 6 years at Holy Cross, I think we named 2 of the years we named captains.
Okay.
And then other than that, it's just been and those 2 years we kind of had an environment where we needed to name who was the leader.
Got you.
But other than that, no. Like I think what I do every summer, the beginning of the summer, I call the seniors in and we sit down with the coaching staff and have a talk about, as seniors, what their roles are.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's not a captain thing at all. It's a listen. This is your last year.
Lead by example.
How do you want this to go?
Right.
Whatever you allow is what's going to happen. These guys look up to you.
Right.
That kind of talk. But it's not really a captain thing. And our point guard, I demand that he's the leader when we're playing. No matter if it's a freshman, sophomore, it doesn't matter. You got to be in control.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, we don't really name them. You hope that somebody steps up and is that leader. And what I always say to the seniors, I go, listen, you can take control of this team or I can, because either way, I'm going to do it anyway. But you can have a say or you cannot have a say.
That's dope. I remember when I was I did coach at King's Christian one year, and there was this kid named Dylan, and Dylan, he wasn't that good. I mean, he was okay. You know what I mean? But he was like the leader amongst them as far as in school or whatever. Gotcha. So, if he clowned around, everybody else clowned around or whatever. So I said to myself, I'm going to make him captain. Okay, and he couldn't believe it. I said, well, why me? Why, he pulled me up afterwards, like, yo, why, coach? Like, why me? I don't really blah, 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 this and that. I said, well, they all follow you. Right. So if you're doing wrong, if we lose or we do wrong, it's because you led them that way. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but I seen that in him, and his parents came up to me and thanked me during the season and even after the season because they saw such a change in him. Because sometimes, you know what? A kid just needs to be empowered.
True.
So that's why I said, yo, do you do the Rudies? Do you do those? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes just give them a title, yo, they feel good.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like Johnny went to the circle, I did that.
I did right.
So sometimes it's about, empowering. And then just, you know what, since we're talking about kids, let me just shout out, and he, and that's my fault because I got a bird brain sometimes. I do. Let me tell you something. It was so bad. My brain be so bad sometimes. I forgot. You asked me for the address. And when it got to like 8:55, I was like, oh, snap. Yo, did I send him back the address? And I ran downstairs. I'm like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? So, but I forgot to mention to my boy Juan yesterday about coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to shout him out. Juan, and his real name is Solomon Cummings or whatever. But they call him Juan. He's the baby boy of the Cummings branch. I saw him, I think, maybe like March, maybe February, whatever. And he was in a situation at school where he was not on course to graduate. And, he was ready to give up. And brought him in and he said, they said if I do this, I said, well, so what they're telling you is that the door is cracked.
Right.
And it's up to you whether you want to be like Biggie and kick in the door. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to him because he worked his behind off. He kicked in the door. He was resilient and he graduated. They didn't think that he could do it.
Right.
So much they didn't order no cap and gown. Wow. They didn't give him no pictures from the year before.
Got you.
Because that's when you take your senior pictures. The year before. They didn't order nothing. They didn't believe in him.
Wow.
And he overcame that. I said, it's up to you. If you want to do it, you could do it. And he did it, man. So shout out to Juan. Shout out to his parents. Shout out to I'll even give Shatra Flores a shout out because she helped tutor him. She helped. It was like a team effort. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Juan. Your future's bright. Keep doing your thing, baby.
Yeah, that's big.
You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
Real quick, I got a story on the opposite end of that.
Sure.
Something I don't understand. How do you come to summer school every day and still fail?
Wow.
Like you might as well just go home and relax. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand it. Like I'm like,
yeah, see,
like dude, you're coming every day,
right? You might as well.
And you're still going to fail. Like I don't understand that. You might as well get a job or you know what I'm saying? Stay home, relax.
I think something with these kids got to understand. They need education. Mm-hmm. They need it. It's not like if I work right now. Like my son, right? And he doesn't understand. He's like, he's going to college soon, and he's like, yeah, I think that I'm gonna take my car and then I'm gonna get a job and try to transfer my job out there or whatever. I say, hold up, son. You think that we putting up this bread for you to work at Dick's part-time when you on the yard? I said, and you think we putting up this bread for you to have that car and everybody be like, yo, come on, let's go here, let's go here.
Right.
You're out your mind, son. Like, you won't have everything you need. Right. What did my man Robert Harris said, every little step you take will be around this campus, yo. You know what I'm saying? With the money that we putting out there, nah, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yo, shout out to Juan. Just wanted to shout him out and whatever like that. And shout out to that kid too. Hopefully that kid
I'll get it together.
Learns that lesson from failure. You know what I'm saying?
True,
that's usually what happens.
True indeed.
All right. So where we at?
Well, let's get into some baseball here.
All right.
We can talk about since Phillies kind of turned the corner a little bit, so we can talk.
Have they?
Yeah,
they have.
Okay. It's been a good week.
It's been a good week, yeah.
They lost last night.
Took 2 or 3 from
the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, we did take 2,
which was big.
Yeah, that was big.
In LA too.
In LA,
yeah.
So we're still in first place, I guess, in the league.
Yeah, I believe so. And we hold the tiebreaker now.
Hold the tiebreaker with the Dodgers.
So
that's huge.
I want to bring that debate that we were talking about. When I think you and I were talking about this at the game, maybe. When we were, I think the National League.
Yeah.
Right. So
go ahead.
I think the National League is easier to be successful than the American League. So players, when they're not successful in the American League, they come to the National League and they have great success. and I think it's because it's just a little easier. It's like the National League is like the Eastern Conference. Now, I mean, of course, now because the Eastern Conference is tougher, but the West has always been tough, right? So the American League is like the West. It's like superpower teams. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And again, I mean, you're right. I am throwing a little shot to diminish.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I am. Let me be clear.
So explain to me why. So historically, when they had the DH and the National League didn't, I 100% agree.
Okay.
But now I don't see how that could be possible.
So now you think that it's even now.
Everything like that was the reason in the past.
Right.
Okay.
Right? Because you had to face that ninth batter. You didn't have the pitcher.
Right.
You didn't have the pitcher to just an automatic out.
Right.
Okay.
You didn't have that. So now that doesn't exist, what do you think the reason for that is?
I think with anything, when you try to, when you make a change like that, it takes some time to evolve. So maybe it's evolving towards equivalency.
Okay.
But I don't think it's there yet. I think that when I look at national teams, I still look at them as, I don't even look at them as like, when you told me that they have DHs, I'm like, oh wow, the pitchers don't bat no more. So it's still like, how long? That's been for a while?
Yeah, good amount.
Okay, so maybe I might be stuck in my ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, the National League's soft. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. I have to research how many NL championships have been, like, NL teams have been World Series winners versus American League teams.
Yeah.
And I want to say that American League teams have had more. I want to say
ever
that.
Or like,
and just overall. I don't know. I mean, that's something that maybe I'm saying I got to research or whatever.
Right.
But it's just always been to me, and maybe I might be stuck in my ways. That I've always felt like the American League was just tougher. National League's like, because you're playing like the Brewers. You're playing what. I might be thinking about with the Expos. Like, this is back in the day, though. So maybe my view has to evolve. But it felt good to throw that shot at the Phillies thing because you said the best in the league. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they have the best record in the league.
Right. But okay. All right.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
like, that's not
that's true. And I'll be honest with you. I did find myself watching a game this week. I think it was. Did Nola pitch? Nola pitched this week, right? I think he pitched like Tuesday. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. I was watching it. I think he came on late or whatever. So I was watching because it was late game.
Right, late game.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. But they're doing good. They turned the corner, you're saying. Is Realmuto back?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a home run the other day.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, listen, they're still have ways to go here, but,
Is Ranger back?
Not yet.
Okay. See, that's the thing that, it's the same thing that kills my Yankees, man. It's the pitching. Yeah. I think you have to have quality pitching, quality starting in any realm to try to win a World Series. If you don't do it like that, like you can talk about, my uncle always say they got to hit. You're right. They have to hit, but you got to stop the other team from hitting. Right. And that to me is, I think it might be a little more important than you getting all these hits. You need to stop them from hitting. If you stop them from hitting and you still hit a little bit, you still win. You know what I'm saying? So,
I agree.
Right. And that's back to that, because the National League, you see more of the 1-0 games, right? Do you see more like low scoring games as opposed to the American League? Or has that trend stopped too?
I think that's you just wanting it to be.
I think these are Yankee facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think it's pretty cool though with baseball. Like I'm tuned in now, so this is when I really lock in.
It's about that time. We get there.
Like August to September, because once September comes, you gotta be on point.
On your A game.
Now can you still pick up free agents now or no?
Free agents, yeah.
Right.
But you can't make any trades.
You can't make no trades. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we'll see what's up. But one of the other things, one of the best sports, and that's why we labeled this. Last week was episode 1. And then today is episode 2. Is because football's back.
Football is
back. Football is going to be like, our start of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? Most people love football.
True.
Even if they don't like sports,
True.
They love football. So football is back. My son the other day, he went to the Eagles practice or whatever. He said it was like 70,000 people there.
Yeah, for practice.
That's a little something else. But we'll start with the Eagles because that is our
mm-hmm.
That's our team. You know what I'm saying? But let's start there. Yo, listen, did y'all know that there was a rift between Sirianni and Hurts? I didn't know that until this week.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just being Eagles fan, you hear it. So like I said, because I listen to The Fanatic every morning. So,
So that's been out there?
They always been talking,
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think broke down?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess we can all guess certain things, but I don't know.
That was different from the year prior.
Well, we don't know that they could have not had a great relationship the year prior.
Right.
Okay, that's true.
I think Nick Sirianni. This has nothing to do with coaching or anything. I think he's a clown.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is he's all like the extra stuff, the yelling at the crowd, the giving the finger look like to other players, like getting into it with players on the other team. Like I think all that, like as a head coach, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You got to be locked into what's going on.
Okay.
And when you see Jalen Hurts, he doesn't seem like he's into all that.
No, he's not into the shenanigans. He stays out of the weeds.
So he's like, yo, like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Okay.
Like, what are we doing?
Man?
Okay.
And he said it. He's like, listen, like, yeah, we're fine. Like, we're fine. Like, I'm not like, that's not my boy. Like,
it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
And that's what he said
And
to make
people
be like, whoa,
what's going on?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So like, I don't think a player and a coach. And it's different from high school, college, and it's, I forget who said this, but it hit me like I was like, wow. In high school, in college, the coach is like the boss, and the players are the employee.
Right.
Yes.
In professional sports, they're coworkers.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's contracted.
Everybody's a coworker.
Right.
So like you're the coach, but. Listen,
I'm grown, bro.
Right. And in a lot of cases,
I make more than you.
Right. In a lot of cases, I make more than you. In a lot of cases, if I go to this dude, you're gone.
Right.
So like it's so they don't have to be friends. They don't have to be. I don't have to treat him a certain way. It's just like, listen, do your job. I'm gonna do my job. Like
So I didn't realize that they were 10-1 or 10-0?
10-1.
10-1.
Then the wheels fell off.
And then wheels fell off. But were they already coming off with those 10 victories? Because they weren't great.
Because they weren't playing. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you knew that it was something was going to happen.
Yeah,
and then
problems.
But so they said that they got this new coordinator. Is that does that fix it? I guess they weren't happy about. They thought he had elementary X and O's.
So from my understanding, and correct me if you've heard anything different, it sounds like last year the offensive coordinator, I think his name was Brian Johnson, I believe, was running Nick Sirianni's offense.
Right.
So he wasn't running his own thing.
That's what I heard.
Right? And the offensive coordinator before him,
the previous year,
before Brian Johnson, when they
went to the Super Bowl, okay,
had his own offense.
Wasn't running
Sirianni. It was his
okay,
thing.
Right.
So they brought this guy in, and he was running Sirianni's offense. So now Kellen Moore, who was with Cowboys for so long, and Cowboys
and
Cowboys never had problems scoring. Like they could always score.
Right.
He's running his
offense. Okay.
So it seems like it's like, and the joke around like everybody keeps saying is like so they have Kellen Moore who runs the offense, Vic Fangio who runs the defense, who's a veteran, like been in the league forever.
Okay.
And it's like, so Sirianni, what do you do? Yeah. So it's like I saw like a meme about it, and it was like Nick Sirianni like opening doors, and everybody gets quiet when he walks in, and then he closes it, and everybody starts talking again. Then he goes to the office room and it gets quiet.
That's funny.
What are you doing here? Like, and then like so
in football is a little different. Football, the coach is almost like the manager.
In some cases,
he's managing because he doesn't run the offense. You don't really run the defense.
But you do have some head coaches that will be the defensive coordinator as well. Or call the offense as well.
Right.
But you do have.
But in those cases, like Sirianni.
CEO coaches.
Right.
Sirianni.
Like Sirianni, he's just
manager.
He's just managing things.
He the guy, he gives permission to go for it on fourth down.
Right. Okay, right. He got to sign off.
Right, let's go. Right.
He's got to sign off.
4-2, we're going.
He's like, oh, yeah, we want the ball.
Right. We want the ball.
Call heads.
We want the ball. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have like a Bill Belichick who was defensive genius. He has a defensive coordinator, but he's in charge of the defense.
Right. Is Belichick? He's out the league, right?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And he doesn't want to coach, or nobody wants.
Nah, I think he wants to get back in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I guess.
Okay. So, I mean, football's back. How do we feel about our Eagles? I always think that the Eagles, I thought last year they were going to the Super Bowl. I think this year.
Did you see the game last night? Any of it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of it.
No.
I know they won. They beat Baltimore. I mean, it's preseason.
Oh, the Eagles played last night?
They,
okay.
What's our kicker's name?
Jake Elliott.
Yeah. He had a game-winning field goal.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool.
13.
All right. No starters played, though, right?
That's what I didn't even.
Okay.
I caught the highlights.
I think they were going to, but then because it was the
rain and stuff like that. Nah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like the Eagles. I mean, I think this year is going to be a battle of the green. I think you got the Eagles, and I think you got the Jets.
Think so? The Jets?
I like the Jets. I like the Jets. I like the Jets over the Giants.
Like
the Giants, I'm not really big on the. That's the luxury of having. You know, I mean, because Giants is my number one team, but Jets is number two. But it's the luxury.
I don't know the Jets.
Where are the Bills at?
Bills is probably number 3.
Now I will say this though, I'm anxious to see what the Jets do, just because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
And they're getting so much talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they're the next best thing. So I am anxious to see what they're going to do, what they're going to look like.
I hope so. I hope that they do something. Any other teams out there that we're thinking about? I'm not really focused on the Cowboys. I feel like Lamar is Lamar. I don't feel like he ever wins. I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's like AI. He's like the AI.
That's a good
You know what I'm saying? AI, he's nasty. He should maybe, but
right. They just don't.
Just not
can't get there. Yeah,
just can't get there. Man. It's messed up. It's unfortunate.
Because Lamar got 2 MVPs right now? Or 1?
Is he 2?
I think he might have 2.
Might have 2.
I think he might have 2.
Yeah. And rest in peace too. Did y'all hear about Jacoby Jones?
Yeah.
That's sad, man. Very sad, man. So definitely shout out to his family. But I don't really see anybody else other than those two. I do like
Wait.
I like Detroit.
How do you not put Kansas City in that?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm not really.
I get like you're saying what other teams to win. I think
Kansas City.
Other teams are.
You're right.
Kansas City,
You're right.
They'll be in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
They'll be in the mix.
We talked about last week. They're the top tier by themselves.
Yeah.
They'll be in the mix.
I just
the only thing with Detroit is still Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't see them ever winning the Super Bowl.
And I say this about a lot of teams. I think they got there too early, meaning you almost like. You can't skip steps. Like I feel like they skipped like a year where they were supposed to like maybe go one round less.
Got you.
So then I think maybe they take a step back. And it's hard to keep winning.
What's that quarterback out there in Buffalo?
Josh Allen.
Yeah. So and they went when they lost not in the championship, was it? They lost early.
Yeah.
To who?
I can't remember, but
do you remember
first, second round.
I lost to Kansas City.
I think Kansas City went there and beat him, I think.
Okay.
I think it was freezing cold. Yeah, because that's when it was freezing and what's his name's brother? What's Jason Kelsey was out there with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. They lost. Matter of fact, they did. Wasn't it controversial?
That game?
What game was it? Was it the game prior where they should have ran it in or something? It was a call. Maybe it was the wild card game or something. It was one of those games. I think they were
Buffalo. Talking about Buffalo.
I think it was Buffalo and versus somebody else, and they couldn't get over the line, and they decided to go for it, and he shouldn't have went for it.
Okay.
I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember what game it was. I know what you're talking about.
But it was Buffalo, I think.
I don't know, but I remember hearing. Yeah, I remember.
He shouldn't have went for it, but he did, or something like that. I can't remember though.
Yeah.
But well, like I said, for me, it's the battle of the green. I mean, who do you see like that's kind of taking off this year, y'all?
I like KC. I know it's hard, but they just continue to make it happen. And they got some receivers this year too. I think they might be back. I would love to see the Eagles go. I mean, San Fran, I think they're going to take a little step back this year. Especially with this whole Brandon Ayuk situation and all that. I think they might take a little step back. And I'm hearing Purdy wants a whole bunch of money. Nah, Purdy.
Oh, Rob Purdy.
yeah. Relax, now, QB.
Now, Coach, who you think?
Same thing. I mean, I think Baltimore is going to be solid. I think they're gonna
finally get over the hump.
I don't know if they get over the hump, but I think they're going to be in the mix.
Yeah,
they'll be in the mix. I think Cincinnati's going to be good if Burrow's healthy.
Yeah,
those are just some different teams.
Okay.
I mean, San Francisco's tough. Detroit's tough. I think the Eagles have a shot. I mean, with the additions they've made, with the coaching changes they've made, from what everybody's saying out of training camp, they should be right there.
Now, just real quick, I'm involved with my uncles. We're always on the Google Meets or whatever, laughing and carrying on, and we were having a conversation about Green Bay.
Okay.
Was it Jordan Love, his name? So apparently he is owner of the Green Bay Packers. He has ownership.
Does he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. This is what they're telling me. Okay. I haven't researched it. Right. And just off the top of my head, I'm like, wow. So we were kind of talking about like, yo, is that because they don't have no ownership?
Yeah.
So I think they were part of his contract or whatever to give him that bread that he got.
Right.
Was that they made him like a part owner. Now he doesn't necessarily have a vote in the football decision,
gotcha,
or whatever, but he's still an owner.
Gotcha.
If you are a player on the Green Bay Packers, how are you feeling, number one? And then I want you to, and then the next question is going to be, if you were Jordan Love, how you acted. Because that's a flex. I'm a football player, like this, like if I throw the ball, you don't catch it. I hate to say, that reminded me of my man. I don't even bring up, I don't mean no disrespect, but that reminded me of Brunson. You know what I'm saying? I saw Brunson coach. I don't even want to put it out there, but anyway, he was like. He was in the stands.
Get him out of there, huh?
So now, is Jordan Love acting like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, but how would you feel now playing with him? Like, because he's kind of like your boss a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's thinking about that.
Yeah,
okay.
I think what I've seen for the most part about professional players, is they stay out of each other's money. Like they don't get involved in, contracts. And I think, which surprises me because I'm thinking like you're thinking like, yo, I want ownership.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting that they did that. I didn't know they did that. That's interesting. I wonder what kind of. I guess because it's not privately owned. I guess they can
they could do that. Right.
But I think that's coming in sports though. I think that's on the way. I think NBA players are going to collect whatever their collective bargaining. I think they're going to try to get that into theirs where they can have ownership. I think that's coming. I think it's
coming. Okay.
I think that's the next step.
Okay. So you guys wouldn't have no problem with it. Okay.
He's a quarterback.
All right. Okay. So do you think that his bravado changes a little bit?
I don't think it's because of ownership. I think it's because he's the highest paid player.
All right, so
I got that.
It ain't the flex.
It's not the ownership.
Okay, it's not the flex. Okay, it's not the ownership. Okay,
it's the dollars.
Yeah, I'm getting that money. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, last segment on the agenda. It's been a great show, but it's almost coming time to land the plane. So, I have it as coaches who cheat. But then is it really cheating? So Harbaugh, is it Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess he kind of got caught out there, whatever, right? I don't know what he did.
Right.
Okay. Do you look at things as like that coaches that do that stuff? like the Caliparis. Is it Calipari? I sometimes mix it with calamari. You know what I'm saying? But Calipari. And it's been a host of others. Right. You know what I'm saying? That have done some things. Nick Saban, I think he's been accused of some things, whatever. Is that really cheating? Or is just like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, you know, I don't know. Do you consider that cheating, or is just like, yo, I'm just trying to get some players opportunities or whatever? Because that's how they spin it. Right. I'm trying to take a kid and get him an opportunity.
So you're talking about getting players.
Because I'm assuming that's what Harbaugh did, right? He had some recruiting violations.
Right.
It's got to be. Most kids.
Harbaugh also had his guys on the sidelines of other teams.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy right there.
Oh, so I didn't. Okay, yeah, wow, really?
Yeah, what? Yeah. He had a mole. he had a guy who would go to, like, say we play you next week.
Okay.
So this guy's gonna go to your game this week, dressed in your stuff. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's gonna be on your sideline, seeing what's going on.
Oh, see, that's
that's a little bit right. That's a little bit too much. Right,
that's
there.
cheating.
That's definitely crossing the line.
I didn't know he was doing all that. I just assumed that it was recruiting violation.
Recruiting wise, I mean, I think it depends on what you're doing, especially now with the NIL and all that stuff. Like, it's just the hard part. Like, in the past, I'm sure, I mean, I know for a fact, guys were getting paid to go places. Like, that's just what it was.
Right.
Now, I think it's almost impossible to cheat because everything's legal. Like, what's cheating? Like, what is cheating?
Right.
Cheating is that what Michigan was doing with the guy, the imposter. That's cheating.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, if I go, you know, because now it's not like Calipari. Now they're not going to give you. I'm not giving you $100,000 in a suitcase. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But here, this booster, all you gotta do is you just gotta show up to his car dealership once, and he's gonna give you $100,000, and it's legal.
Right.
But now I got 5 of them. Right, I got 5. Where he's at Arkansas now. I got 5 of these guys willing to give you that. So that's $500,000 for you. Whereas now, Ole Miss, he only has 1.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
So, like, it's not really cheating anymore. Like, and that's what it comes down to. You know, talking to a bunch of coaches, it's like kids don't even care about the school, the fit,
nothing.
How many minutes am I going to play? The first question is, what's my NIL?
Yeah.
That's all they ask.
Where's the bag?
That's it.
Where's the bag?
So, like, you know, so I don't know. Recruiting wise, I don't even know if you can cheat anymore.
So now, because it's legal now, right? Do we do any, is it redaction or eradicate some of these previous ones? Like, so like I remember, like, you know, UNLV.
Right.
Okay. Or even, what's the other one? UNLV. Oh, Michigan, the Fab Five, right? Mm-hmm. They were like blasted they were labeled cheaters, and the players suffered because they were part of the cheating scandals and this and that. And all they were really trying to do is get paid so they could help their family situation. Do we now eradicate that stain like we see with, and just something that's close to my mind is that comes to mind, not close to my mind, but comes to mind is the marijuana laws now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? How many people got locked up, hemmed up because they smoke a little weed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they've eradicated those charges. Right. You know what I'm saying? And even in Delaware, I don't know if you guys know this, in Delaware, if you've gotten charged for marijuana before and you did either jail or whatever charge, whatever, you can now apply to be a marijuana business person and or grower.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's their part of eradicating that. Gotcha. So that's what I'm saying. Do we do that for those people that got NILs before the NILs?
Right. That's a good point.
Right. No, you need to about the Delaware thing, right? That's interesting, right?
Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, didn't they just didn't Reggie Bush get his?
So Reggie Bush got his joint back.
Well, no,
right?
He didn't get it back.
He didn't get it back officially. I forget what it is, but like the Heisman, somebody gave it back to him, but I don't know if he had it officially back. Like it's something like that.
Okay.
But and we go back, we talk about what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you did it, it was illegal.
It was wrong. Right.
Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is.
Right? Like
It is what it is.
I'm not. I guess we can take the stigma away from what they did because, but
at the time,
At the time, it was illegal. Okay, all right. So you just got to play within the rules. Bottom line.
that's
Okay.
it. When the
That's
rules
fine.
change, you can change.
You can change.
right. You can change.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but like,
Right, but it is what it is.
Like
It is
I don't
what
know
it
if we
is.
can like, okay, like
Okay.
that's like going back and we add a 4-point shot. Now all Steph Curry's shots that he made past that, we got to give him extra
Gotta give
points.
a point, right.
Well, now the Warriors won that game. Oh wait,
Right.
now they won that game. Like you can't.
No, but in fairness though, and it's probably different. I'm not sure if I can marry the two, but that's what happened when they started now highlighting the Negro League statistics with the MLB. Right, so that was something that wasn't included in the Major League statistics.
Yeah.
So now it is. So it's probably different. It's what I'm saying, but it shows like a level of eradication, so to speak. If that's not even a word, I'm not sure, but it shows a level of contrition to kind of reconcile that situation.
And even like that, I don't know if and I know what you're talking about. I don't know if they should include them in the same stats or just include them as those player stats because you're not playing against the same people.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So I can see that.
And I don't mean it in that like it's not as good as bad. It's just like it's not the same.
Not
It's like
the same, yeah.
it's like if I go overseas and I average 30 and then I come to the NBA, like those aren't my stats.
That's not the stats, right? Okay.
Right?
Okay,
Like
that's true. And then you see that with the NBA and the ABA, right? So they've kept them still separate. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that. All right, well, now it's time to land the plane. Flight attendants prepare for landing. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's get some final thoughts. Listen, we got the game today. So let me know your prediction, and then let me know what your thoughts are for the upcoming week, man. Who wants to go? You know what? I'll go with Bird. Go ahead, Bird.
As far as the game, the U.S. is going to win. You know what I'm saying? I kind of, now that Coach said he want to see the blowout, I kind of want to see the blowout too now. so I can see LeBron do his flex. Yeah. Let's see Anthony Edwards flying around in the air. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some fun with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely think the United States is going to win, get that gold medal. It'll be just like something crazy in a row. Don't they got a long streak? Like that. 8 in a row.
Something
like that. So 9 in a row. Yeah. Also the women. I believe they're in the gold medal game.
Okay, that's
tomorrow,
good.
I think. Okay. So I think they won like 58, 59 straight Olympic games, something like that. So, looking forward to that. Is track done? I don't even know.
I don't know. See, I don't know either.
But I know they're coming to a close.
Okay.
So once that time, you know what I'm saying? And, man, just trying to enjoy these last,
couple of weeks
before we get back on the grind. Like I said, we, camp opens up Monday, 12th. So, get that equipment on and let's see who really wants some smoke. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So tired of seeing these kids run around playing 7-on-7, think we doing something. We about to find out.
What the real deal is.
We about to find out.
Is.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely about to find out. So, that's just it, man. I got a birthday coming up. End of August. I'll be the big 5'4". You know what I'm saying? All
right.
So,
no doubt.
So I'm getting there.
Okay. Do you celebrate? Would you throw yourself a party?
Yes.
For 5'4"? No. I'm saying, yes. Do we throw parties on milestone years or off milestone years?
I'm a big birthday celebration type guy, so I wouldn't throw like rent a hall like I did for my 50th. You know what I'm saying? Like the milestones, we'll rent something out and have something like that. But like for 54, probably a little cookout, something like that.
A little cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about people that throw off milestone parties?
Not a huge fan of it. Like a big party for 48. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, relax.
Right, I don't know. All right, so anyway, and I stand corrected too. You might be right though, Coach Marcus, in regards to the bigger, faster, stronger with the women and the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I had some other discussions and I'm probably the only one that was thinking. So, but I do need to maybe ask some females. So that's fair. I haven't asked no females. So maybe I'll ask that. But anyway, Coach, what's your final thought?
I think it's going to be a good game today. I think USA pulls away late. I think Jason Tatum goes for like 22.
Okay.
Big game for Tatum. Go ahead.
You think he's going to press though? You think he's going to be like, yo, they should let me.
He's definitely going to.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to do me now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's interesting because he's got to be careful because if he plays a lot and they lose.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That he's got to be careful with it. So he's got to, because then he has no ammunition. Like,
none.
and they're going to blame him.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. So, no. But other than that, man, just another good week. Not a whole lot going on. Just, like I said, checking off the checklist, just getting stuff done. And my son leaves in a couple weeks back to school. It's one of those things where like the first, he's going to be in the second year. So the first year was like, man, he's going to be leaving. Right. This year, I'm like, when do you leave? Because he's close enough where we can see him whenever. Right. But man, like the house stinks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, how the food's always gone. No, he's been a lot of help. So we're happy. But he's ready to go back. Funny. I know. And
So I thank you for that because I thought about it and I immediately got a little sad. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, wow, that's my baby boy is leaving. I don't even know what life is. You know what I'm saying? And I remember from last year, right? Because you said, yo, it's a little hard, man. And you said the emotional part, but you also was like, yo, like you was like a key factor in transportation. So it's the same thing. And then when you mentioned the house thing, I'm like, yo, yeah, you're right. His house is smelling sweaty, and I'm like, yo, what? And listen, there was a little controversy around here because I got like my nephew here, and I come in the house, I'm like, we got to find where this is coming from. Everybody's like, yo, I don't know. Everybody like, no, it ain't me. So I said, you know what? Yo, everybody separate their stuff. Right. So that's how I'm going to know. You know what? Yo, Juju, you put your stuff here. Right. Okay, get out of Jason's room, okay? Because Jason like, no, it ain't me. Find out who it was. It was some sneakers, man. Yo. Oh man! Yeah, so I'm not the only one, is what you're telling me. That's the point I'm trying to make.
That's funny.
I think the USA wins this game. I don't know how easy it is, but because I don't really know. I got to see how Wemby is. What, he's 7'7"? What is he?
7'5".
Yeah. So he's like, yeah. So and then he's back home.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? He's home. Everybody play a little better when they home. Right, you know what I'm saying? Rudy Gobert, I'm not scared of. Like he's, you know what I mean? Batum could hit them shots though. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do think that USA wins. What's something interesting, and this is a debate, and this is something we're not going to talk about today, but I want you to ponder on it a little bit. First of all, shout out to the Olympics, because I think the Olympics, they have the same effect. And this is way out there, but this has the same effect like COVID had, right? It brought everybody together, everybody representing, right? So it's amazing how now players win the gold. What are they going to be wrapped and draped in? The flag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's a little weird. I still got to flesh it out a little bit.
Right.
But them same players was talking about what the flag is representing and stuff like that. But then when we go there, we represent. So I don't know. It's something I have to figure that out a little bit, but I just want you guys to even take a moment to ponder on that.
Quick thought on that. I think it's one of those things where it's like your family, like, right? Like I can talk bad about my sister. I can talk bad
But
about
y'all
my,
can't.
but
Okay.
y'all don't say a word.
Y'all say what? Right.
So
okay.
like when it's us against somebody else,
It's a problem.
Right.
I'll drape myself in this.
Right.
But then when it's just us, we got to figure out.
Okay, so that's okay. So then we have family feud. Is what you're saying. We have internal stuff. Okay, and listen. So my week is I'm just I'm going to take some time to relax before September. We got 3 birthdays next week. My son's birthday is Monday, my daughter's birthday is Friday, and my brother's birthday is Wednesday. So there's the August birthdays. So we're gonna try to just sit back and relax and enjoy and just have some time. My brother's turning 50, so shout out to him. And that just try to enjoy the rest of this summer because you're right, it is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, listen, what a great show. Like to just let everybody know. Listen, you can constantly see us there most weekends. Okay, broadcasting live on Facebook, Twitter. X is the X of X, and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. So you can definitely catch our episodes. Definitely we got the reel starting soon. Brought on a assistant producer to kind of help me with that. So shout out Trey Allen. Then that was my guy I met when I worked in Baltimore. He was one of the first kids I met. All right, so one of the first kids I counseled down there. We actually became like a friend now. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been cool. He helped me move to Jersey. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So like, to see how that kind of, and I kind of helped him learn how to make beats and stuff like that. Because when he first started making beats, his thing was off. But now, like, the student always passes the teacher. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? Like, he's nasty. Like, oh my gosh, he's nice. You know what I'm saying? So, but now he's going to be coming on board, helping us out, cutting up reels, cutting up CapCut and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, we look forward to some of his work that he's going to be doing and with as well too. And so just looking forward to more content coming out from us. So anyway, I'm Doc Bryce, it's Coach Bullock, Coach Bird. Indeed. Like to wish you guys a wonderful week. Make sure you subscribe, like what we're doing, and make sure we comment because we still have to figure out, and I'm challenging you guys, and part of it's on me too, but I'm challenging you guys. We need to know, is it Waldo or Sharice? Okay, I got Sharice. Okay,
I'm Waldo.
Okay, I got Sharice. So we got to put out there. This is a shout out to you, Trey. We got to put out there some footage of Sharice and Waldo, and like, who you got? Who you got? So, but anyway, like I said, I'm Doc Bryce. That's Coach Bullock, Coach Bird.
Yes, sir.
See you guys next week.
Yes, sir.